Chat, guess what? We're back. Yes, sir, we're back at it again. I haven't uploaded one video today. I've been out all day, but you know what time it is? It's time to look at some torture shit. You know what I'm saying? Let's get into this.
Evil torture and punishment.
Talk to me. I got my hot cocoa. I got my dokkan battle. We ready.
The medieval period saw brutal, violent, bloodthirsty punishments for criminals.
Yeah.
From stealing to murder, the law had no fixed rules.
Fair point.
Let's look at some of the methods.
Bro, what the fuck? It's been a while since I've watched this type of channel, but like, bro, I think I take for granted how lucky I am to live in the 2020s. Like, I know the 2020s problem dog shit. Like I know 2020s does not sound good, but compared to the medieval times, I'm living in the golden age, my nigga. Look at this. Now, of course, I know shit like this happens to some people, someplace in the world, but like, this was everywhere in the medieval times. You got niggas having their head stick up, niggas getting hanged. Well, he's not being hanged, but he's hanged to like a rope. Like, what's going on, bro? This big ball that.
And devices used to inflict agony to torture and punish.
I don't get this, bro.
The pillory. The pillory was a form of public shaming and humiliation. The prisoner would place their neck and wrists through holes in a hinged wooden board, therefore trapping them in place for everyone to see. Passers-by would then mock.
I've seen this before. It was like in a SpongeBob episode where Squidward it was a yellow book. This nigga Squidward rolling that nigga SpongeBob. That nigga Squidward was reading out SpongeBob secrets and shit. And this is what this nigga got. He got the motherfucking this punishment right here. Like, bro, like this. I don't think this punishment is that bad. Like, sometimes some niggas just gotta be publicly shamed. Like, depends on what they do on some shit. They deserve this in some regard, to maybe in some ways.
Spit at or throw rotten vegetables or animal excrement at the criminal.
Okay, no, that's too far. I was trying to reason with it, but then these niggas are, you're telling me these niggas is throwing shit. They are throwing shit at these niggas, bro. Like, why? So niggas was just picking up. Medieval times were musty, bro. I swear on God, medieval times was fucking... Niggas in medieval times was stanking, bro. Niggas was eating covered in shit. Niggas didn't even shower in medieval times, bro. Look at that shit. Hold on. How often did Yeah, see? Yeah, often did medieval people bathe? I'm talking about peasants, knights, kings. In medieval times, the wealthy would take a bath every other month. If you were lucky to be able to bathe, there's no hot water, and so it had to be carried well. Niggas was musty back, bro. The richest, wealthiest niggas in medieval times smelled worse than fucking hobos, them bum ass niggas today. Like, ugh, bro. 4 times a month? That's disgusting, bro. 4 times a month? Bro, that's fucking nasty, bro. That's disgusting. Niggas was just stinking in medieval times.
There was also the danger that the criminal could be killed when the crowd became too violent, whilst throwing stones or bricks. Thumb screws. This device would cause agony for the victim.
Doesn't that like break your fingers or something like that? Is that what it's for?
By pressing the thumbs in with a metal screw. As the victim's fingers were slowly crushed, a confession was extracted. The rack. The rack was a large rectangular wooden frame constructed with a roller at both.
You gotta be a sick ass nigga to think of shit like this. Like, let's just be honest, bro. How do you think of shit like this in the first place? Like, I don't get it. Like, what type of sick bastard thinks of this? I don't know. Like, you have to be a special type of person to think of shit like this and to just make everyone have to do it. What's wrong with these niggas, bro?
The criminal had their ankles fastened on one end and their wrists to the other. The torturer cracked a handle to stretch the victim during interrogation, creating excruciating pain as limbs stretched from the body. The further the torturer went, the higher the chance of dislocation of muscles and ligaments, and loud popping sounds.
No shit.
And if they still failed to extract a confession,
Oh, look at all
a ripping of limbs from the body. Breaking wheel. With the breaking wheel, the victim would have their limbs tied to the spokes and revolved while the torturer hit them with an iron hammer.
I'm pretty sure I've seen some of these before, someplace where, but it's still insane that niggas was spending their time doing their sweet precious time making shit like this. Like it's very bizarre. It's very odd that niggas would just spend their time doing this. Like it's very odd if we being honest. But continue.
Mangling their arms and legs and breaking their bones. They were then left out in the sun to the crows, burning at the stake. A horrific form of execution for blasphemers, thieves, and witches would see them burnt at the stake. Usually the condemned would die from suffocation before the flames started to burn their flesh. The suffering of the condemned could be prolonged by the executioner by making the fire small, causing loss of blood and heat stroke. Iron chair. This instrument of torture was covered in spikes on the seat, back, and armrests.
Dirty ass.
When the victim was forced to sit on the chair, the spikes pushed into the flesh, causing extreme pain, and blood loss occurred when they sat out of it. Subscribe.
You have to be a special type of nigga to come up with this. Like, if we being honest, that's very bizarre and it's very sus that niggas came up with this. You know what? I think we should just watch the creepy shit. This is a good idea. Let's watch horrible, disgusting, creepy shit. Late. That sounds like a great idea if we're being honest. Like, no, I have a good idea. Hold on. Husband. No. It's like this. Husband hires babysitter. Nah, bro. If you know, you know. I know what I know what video I'm trying to get at, bro. I know exactly what video. This Generation Hope, the goats. Generation Hope always come in clutch, bro. Generation Hope always coming in clutch with the vids, my nigga. It always coming in clutch. Oh yeah, let's skip those.
You're sleeping with the babysitter?
Don't act so surprised, Susan. It's your fault anyways.
How old is she?
She's 18 years old. You could be her father.
But we're in love, and love doesn't know age. Right, Mr. Brooks?
That's right, Julie.
That's really?
I thought you
well. This shit is foul, bro.
I loved you.
And why do you want to get him back? Like, if you catch someone cheating, why do you want to get them back, bro? It's clear that they're not loyal. Why want them back?
This video is sponsored by Gin Rummy Stars.
Yeah,
a
I don't
free-to-play,
care.
friendly
I
Gin
really do
Rummy
not
game.
care. I want to see the abuse. Where's it at?
What happened? Why are you sad?
My stomach hurts. I must have eaten something weird, but I'm okay. I'm fine.
It's Richard, isn't it? Did he yell at you again? Do you remember what you told me last time happened?
It's gonna be some funny shit.
Susan! Where are my clean clothes?
I'm sorry. I totally forgot. I was working and I just didn't think about it. I didn't put him in the washer.
What is this?
What am I supposed to wear now?
Oh, no. This
Dude,
nigga a menace.
I'm at work. You could wash them.
A man. Washing his own clothes. Are you nuts? I want you to do your job.
Bro, this is how these alpha male niggas be, bro. This is how these alpha male niggas be, bro. them Sigma male ass niggas. They just be abusing women on some shit.
As a woman, and wash your husband's clothes.
Richard.
Who does this? Like, I know the point of this channel is to spread hope and positivity. I get that, but like, in the worst way, like, no one does this. Even the most sexist of men do not do this. Like, everyone on this channel is exaggerated. It's either they're extremely racist or extremely sexist. Like, come on, bro.
Please stop.
Like, these videos are entertaining, don't get me wrong, but they're not gonna spread no message. Let me take some of my hot cocoa real quick, nigga. Oh, that shit busted.
But this time it was worse.
What do you mean worse? Oh my God. Susan, are you okay?
That wasn't even dramatic, bro. It was
Not
was
really.
trash. Why?
How long are you gonna put up with him treating you like this? Why don't you just leave him already?
Mary, I can't do that. It's not that easy.
They got a kid.
All right, ladies. It's time to test out this new mobile game app.
Bro, come on. I know damn well these niggas is not incorporating a story, a fucking advertisement in a story about domestic abuse. What type of message are you bringing to these kids? Like, we are having a story about domestic abuse, and there's a motherfucking advertisement.
You ready?
Like, what's wrong with you?
Yes, ma'am.
Perfect. Follow me. Okay. This new mobile game our company is going to market is called Gin Rummy Stars. Remember,
Rummy
we
Stars,
only work with
my
the best mobile games out there, so let's play it and tell me what you think.
All right. I'm excited. Sounds fun.
Me too,
I
actually.
don't
It
care.
does.
I want to see domestic abuse.
Gin
I'm
rummy
not
rules
here
are easy to-
for these trash ass mobile games. I want to see this girl get hit. What the fuck is it at, my
So
nigga?
you're probably gonna have to get some.
Can't you get it? I got cars with the boys this afternoon, so I'm not gonna have time.
This nigga's a
No, I can't do it. I'm working 10 hours at the office. I don't have
10
time to go
hours?
get
Goddamn.
groceries.
Don't talk back to me, woman. I'm the man of this house, so what I say goes. You understand? I said, do you understand that? Yes, what?
Yes, my king.
What the fuck? My king. What is this bullshit, bro? What the hell be making these, bro? My king.
I trained you well.
That sandwich look bad as fuck. What the fuck kind of sandwich is that? What the fuck? Dry ass sandwich.
Get groceries.
Booty ass sandwich. That sandwich.
Don't
is
talk
fucking
back to me,
disgusting,
woman.
Bro, that shit look. That my motherfucker. Bro, ad? Come on, bro.
Brawler, it's time!
Go away!
You are needed!
Woman, I'm the man of this house, so what I
I
say
let
goes.
You understand?
You understand? I said, do you
Another ad. I
understand
just
that?
had an ad. What the fuck? My nigga, we just had an ad yesterday. Why is there another one right now, bro? Come on, bro. Heavy ass nigga. I got a boner on some shit.
Yes, what?
Yes, my king.
But like, see what I'm
That's
talking
my
about, bro?
girl.
What is this?
I trained you well.
You get taking a bite of that dusty ass sandwich.
That was good.
Thank you.
You know, I knew I made the right decision. Marrying you over all those other pretty girls. Now, you're not the easiest thing to look at. But
He
you
just
make
called
up
his
for it in
wife
a lot of
ugly?
ways.
Oh no, this nigga a bum.
Great
This nigga's a
cook.
motherfucker.
Hard worker. Speaking of hard work, I hadn't landed another job, so I'm gonna need some more money.
Bro,
More money?
this nigga ain't no fucking man. This nigga a bum, bro. He's doing all this shit. He talking all this hot, and he not even supporting the house. He not even getting the bag. Like, come on, bro. This grown ass man doesn't even have a job, and he out here saying he's the alpha of the house. Like, this nigga don't even got a motherfucking job. This nigga's a fucking loot. This nigga's a bum. He ain't no alpha male. He a bum.
Richard, I just gave you $500 like last week.
I just gave you $500 last week.
Well, I spent it.
Spit it.
Would I be standing there asking for more if I didn't have it?
What did you spend it on? I pay for everything. The rent, the groceries. I pay for everything.
What I spent it on ain't none of your concern.
Nigga spend on porn.
Don't ever get in my business again about my money.
About Pornhub Premium, hoe ass nigga.
Richard, the reason why I ask is because you know my mom needs that heart surgery. I'm saving for that.
Not this
That nigga
again.
does not care about your mom,
If
bro.
she doesn't get it, she's gonna die.
Yeah.
So what?
So what?
Isn't she like 100 years old? She's lived long enough.
100 years old. I can't lose her. You know I can't lose her.
If you did lose her, you still have your husband right here for you.
Nigga just said, I don't care. She lived a good life, fuck her.
And that's all you need.
That's all you need.
Give me some money.
Don't give me no
No,
money.
Richard, I can't. I'm sorry.
Bruh,
No,
this
I
nigga robbing his
can't.
own
Give
wife,
it
bro.
up,
You gotta
Richard.
give it up.
It's not your money.
I need
I
it.
said no.
Bro, who is this nigga?
What's going on?
That's the kid.
Adam, get back in your room. It's between me and your mother.
Why are you fighting?
What is in front of him?
Dad, get off of Mom! You're hurting her!
Hey, yeah, W little
Susan,
nigga, bro.
let go of the money
W
or I'm
little
gonna
nigga,
hurt you.
You wouldn't dare.
Oh yeah?
I cannot believe he did that.
Bro, ain't no way, boy. Bro, what is going on, bro? What is this?
Dad, get off of Mom! You're hurting her!
Susan, let go
Yeah,
of
but the kid was doing his. Hey, the kid was a good actor.
the money or I'm gonna hurt you.
You wouldn't dare.
Oh yeah?
I
No,
cannot
this is
believe
fucked
he
up. I
did that
can't do
to
that.
you.
I know. I can't either.
What did you do? Did you slap him back?
Sorry about that.
Bro, we don't
Where
care
were-
about fucking roomie stars. We care. I want to see the abuse. The fuck? I want to see the domestic violence.
Okay, sounds good.
Like, they really try to put motherfucking ad, a whole ass, half the video is ad, in the middle of domestic abuse. Like, what's wrong with you?
So what did you do after he slapped you?
You hit me. I can't believe you hit me.
I told you not to question my authority.
Jesus.
Now that's what you get for talking back.
Oh, fuck, I'm gonna die here. Oh, shit.
God. 601. Not bad.
She needs it. Please don't take it, please.
Okay, fine. She can have some of the money.
He gonna leave for $1. Crumbled up? Oh, no, this nigga's a menace. This nigga's a menace. This nigga's a menace. This nigga's a menace. This nigga gotta be stopped. Someone gotta stop this nigga, bro. He need to be stopped, my nigga. Someone need to tell this nigga to be put down, bro.
That must be the babysitter.
What babysitter?
I hired one. Because clearly Adam here is a spoiled brat.
Little nigga just protecting his mama.
Hello, Mr. Brooks. I'm here for the babysitting job.
Julie.
Look at this nigga face. Look at this nigga face. He know, bro. But pause.
Hello, Mr. Brooks. I'm here
Look
for
how
the
she show up at the
babysitting
door.
job.
And look how this nigga looking.
Welcome to my
Bro,
home.
you got a
Come on
wife
in.
and kid, bro. You can't be doing that, bro.
Oh,
What the
is this
fuck?
a bad time? I can come later.
My wife,
Wait.
accidentally slipped.
Stop. What is the window tint doing? What's going on here? What is this?
To hit her eye on the counter.
He really did beat
It's a pleasure
the
to meet
fuck
you,
out of his
Miss
wife.
Brooks.
How old are you?
Oh, I actually just turned 18 yesterday. Still a senior in high school.
Yesterday? This nigga didn't even wait until, bro. So, yesterday, bro. yesterday, bro. What the fuck? Look at his nigga face. I already know what he want, bro.
All right, that's enough chit chat. Susan, off to work.
And that's how it happened. That's awful. I knew Richard was a bad guy, but now I think he's a monster.
Yeah.
Bro, another ad? I don't care about this shit, bro.
Mother's cookies.
I'm trying to watch
Stop
my
and taste
domestic
the
abuse.
frosting.
I'm trying to watch the domestic abuse. That's what I'm here for, my nigga. The fuck?
Yeah. He is.
Susan, you know how in Gin Rummy Stars, the way to win
Oh
the
my
game...
god, I don't give fuck. I'm not no Jim Rummy fucking star. Do that shit off, bro. I gotta skip half the video because ain't nobody want to watch
Carly?
the Jim Rummy Stars.
I brought the mail. Richard?
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 Is that you?
Is that you?
Richard? Is that you?
I almost died, my nigga.
You're sleeping with the babysitter?
Don't act
Oh,
so surprised, Susan. It's your fault anyways.
She's 18 years old. You could be her father.
We're in love, and love doesn't know age. Right? Right, Mr. Brooks?
That's right, Julie. I taught you well.
This nigga slept with a high schooler.
How could you do
This nigga's like 40-some years old. He slept with a high schooler. He needs to be stopped.
I loved you.
I don't know why she still wants this nigga. This nigga does not have a job. He's abusive. He robbed his wife. And he's a bum. Why do you want a bum back?
Hey, thanks to
Yeah, I don't care. I really do not care. I'm on a live stream, my nigga. We don't care. We do not care. We do not care at all. At all. We do not care at all about none of this bullshit, but we really, you know what I'm saying? We don't care. We really don't care. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? I don't care at all, bro. Alright, bet. So, what else should I react to? I'm thinking... I gotta stretch real quick. Oh! That was a good stretch. Let's see. What should I react to? What should I react to, my nigga? Bro, I'm horny, bro. Oh, shit. Look, I know something, bro. I know something we can do, bro. Let's watch the ghost videos real quick. But I gotta take a shit first. Hold on. Hold on. What the fuck? What is that? Nah, bro. Before we gotta watch this video, I gotta take a shit. I got some shit in my ass. I gotta get rid of it real quick.
Coming up in this video.
We found this weird-looking thing stuck on a shelf on the beach.
Some videos they just don't want you to see, and that's the case for the entries on this list. These are the 30 scary videos they tried to hide from us. Number 30, Bridge Creature. While hiking in the forest at night, TikToker Isaiah Harris 333 and his cousin, Wyoming 6.0, encountered something truly terrifying. First, they hear it.
You didn't hear that. There's something under there. Bro.
And when they investigated the tunnel under the bridge, this is what they found. What was that? It looks like an extraterrestrial creature to me, and one I wouldn't get an inch closer to. Isaiah tagged me in a second post, in which the creature seems to be stalking them. Do you see it peeking from around the tree? Here's a closer look. I'm not sure if this is the same creature as the one under the bridge, or if the wilderness of Wyoming is chock full of terror, but most in the comments think the cousins are dealing with a rake.
Oh my gosh. Dude, hold on. Let me go first.
I tend to agree, either that or a skinwalker. Number 29, Dog Human, published by El Paso Yeah. What did this garage's security camera capture in the cover of darkness? This mysterious figure breezes past, but from what I can make out,
Yo, pause. Nah, bro, this is 42 minutes long. I don't want to watch to it. I want it to be entertaining, my nigga. So, I think, cause, my bad, guys. I'm really gassy today. I really feel like I'm gonna shit myself like twice today, my nigga. Bro, last thing I ate was like 5 hours ago. I'm gonna shit myself again, but it is what it is. But top 10 scariest. Ugh. They will kill you, I guess. This seems disgusting. I don't even think I want to eat while watching this. This is. What is this? I don't even think I want to watch this with glasses on because I feel like I'm gonna see everything in death. That's the worst possible scenario. I don't know.
From the fear of crossing the street to the fear of certain shapes and patterns. Here are 13 of the
By the way, this is TOS. This is definitely TOS.
Before we begin, be sure to subscribe to They Will Kill You. Hit the like button and request any topics you'd like to learn about in the comments section below.
Bro, this intro used to scare the daylights out of me, bro.
Number 13. Dromophobia.
What's that?
This specific phobia can basically prevent people from living in the city or anywhere near a road. Dromophobia is described as the fear of crossing the street, especially designated crosswalks, where a lot of vehicles might be present. It's derived from the Greek word dromos, which means racetrack. Children with autism are among the most afflicted by this condition, as crossing the road implies complex skills, like timing the movement, as well as estimating the speed of approaching cars. Dromophobia can also be regarded as a consequence of road accident-related PTSD. Number 12. Nomophobia.
Fear of public crossings, I bet.
A survey conducted in 2008 on 2,163 people in the UK revealed that around 53% of them suffered from nomophobia. The condition is described as the fear of being without a mobile phone. More than half the people surveyed felt anxious whenever they didn't have network coverage, they ran out of credit or battery, or if they lost their phones. Nomophobia is common around the world and is usually regarded as a consequence of mobile phone addiction. The survey also indicated that younger age groups were more prone to developing nomophobia. Aside from addiction to technology, this condition can occur with people who've had negative experiences as a result of being left without a mobile phone.
I feel like I always want to have my phone on me, but if I have to leave my phone at the house, I'm not going to be scared. The fuck? I don't have a phobia of not having my phone. I just rather have it on me, though.
Extreme and irrational reactions may be triggered by restriction of mobile phone use in certain places like hospitals, airports, or academic institutions. Number 11. Chronophobia. Chronophobia is the anxiety felt over the passage of time. It's the feeling that events are moving too fast and are therefore hard to make sense of. It can be caused by traumatic childhood experiences, old age, or incarceration. Prison inmates and the elderly are most affected by chronophobia. For the elderly, the fear stems from the fact that they're closer to death. Time thus becomes the main threat to their existence. Because inmates spend long periods in a confined space, they also tend to develop the psychological symptoms of chronophobia.
Chronophobia?
These may include dissatisfaction with life, depression, claustrophobia, and feelings of panic and madness. Number 10. Acousticophobia.
What's that?
Acousticophobia is a very
Fear of
rare
loud
condition
sounds.
characterized by an aversion to or fear of loud sounds. This can be triggered by devices such as computers or TV speakers, home theater systems, or headphones. Often,
I think it's probably older people who have this phobia. Like their ears are super sensitive, so they get
acousticophobics
hate
will
loud
turn the
voices.
volume all the way down before doing something that will cause such devices to emit sound. This way, they can control the level and steadily raise it to a comfortable level.
I mean, that's a good thing to do. Like, before you go to sleep, turn your TV on like volume 0, so that way you can like control the volume, kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Make sure the volume ain't too loud, make sure it's not boisterous. I don't think that's
Parades and
even
carnivals.
people who don't have chronophobia. I think, not chronophobia, like audiophobia. I think I still try to do that.
Where the sound goes past 120 decibels might cause them to also develop agoraphobia, the fear of being outside one's home. One example that's particularly distressing is watching someone slowly inflate a balloon beyond its normal capacity. The anticipation of that balloon to pop can be so excruciating that when the sound does occur, it can cause headaches and panic attacks. In its more severe forms, acousticophobia can also refer to the fear of voices, even one's own voices.
Bruh, being afraid of your own voice must be little hell. Like, you try to talk, bro, you scared, you all panicked and shit. That kind of sucks.
Number 9. Ablutophobia.
What's that?
This phobia, which is more common in women and children, is defined as the fear of cleaning, bathing, and washing. It may differ in severity from fearing to take a shower to a complete fear of anything related to washing. The fear is believed to be rooted in traumatic experiences, like childhood accidents or abusive parents that would use water or bathing as a form of punishment. According to reports from several media outlets, one British teenager met his untimely death because of ablutophobia. To compensate for not bathing, Thomas Townsend would use large amounts of deodorant. The teenager ultimately died due to excessive inhalation of butane gas from the deodorant he used. Number 8. Ergophobia.
Like, R.I.P. to the teenager, but like, that's like you. I'm not even gonna say nothing, but just continue on with the vid, bro.
Ergophobia is a term used to describe the irrational fear of work and may be regarded as a subset of either performance anxiety or social phobia, whether it's about manual labor.
You want peanut butter? We need to hurry. You're late.
Labor, non-manual labor, or finding employment. People that suffer from this condition experience anxiety about the workplace environment. Ergophobia may be regarded as a combination of other fears, such as the fear of socializing with co-workers, the fear of failing at tasks, and fears of psychological or emotional injuries. Needless to say, since the vast majority of people need money to survive, the fear of work can lead to
work can literally ruin your life, because you need money so you can live a life. So like the fear of work, I'm saying, that gotta be tough. At that point, would you just like become a YouTuber or a streamer? Because if you have a fear of like working at like a job, would that apply to just like recording and streaming on like the internet? I wonder.
Significant financial struggle. Number 7. Decidophobia.
What's that?
In a fast-paced world, being able to make choices on the move is considered an asset. Yet for decidophobics, it's more like a living nightmare. Decidophobia is defined as the fear of making decisions. The term was coined by philosopher Walter Kaufman in his 1973 book, Without Guilt and Justice, where he uses it to describe people who lack the will or courage to examine the different sides of a disagreement in order to find the truth. According to Kaufman, decidophobics will leave their decision-making to another authority, like a church, spouse, university, or political party, and accept whatever they receive as truth. In fact, Some will actively go out of their way to avoid making a decision or to credit someone else with the responsibility. Such a phobia can have a devastating effect on a person's life, but
yeah, no shit, like being afraid to make a decision. Cause life, there is a bunch of key decisions, like what house I want to buy, or what room is this, or what college should I go to. These are decisions, and we're having this type of phobia could potentially fuck up your life, because like you need to be able to make these hard decisions in these hard times. So having this type of phobia gotta be like life crushing to some people. Most people.
luckily, there are forms of therapy that can make it manageable. Number 6, heliophobia. Heliophobia is described as an irrational fear of sunlight and other bright lights. People that are heliophobic experience an intense anxiety towards being harmfully affected by those lights. The phobia is sometimes a consequence of other fears, stemming from the belief that sunlight will cause blindness or skin cancer. Those that have previously suffered from severe sunburn may also become heliophobic. Sufferers may choose to cover themselves in long clothing, or even avoid going outside when the sun's out. Depending on how intense the condition is, those afflicted may also develop a fear of being in public or of people in general. Spending so much time away from the sunlight can lead to vitamin D deficiency, depression, and isolation. 20-year-old Lucy Jeffries became heliophobic after a malignant tumor was removed from her thyroid gland. Her condition got so bad that she turned down work and dating. She'd even suffer from panic attacks whenever exposed to sunlight. Number 5, genophobia.
What's that? I don't know what that is.
Also known as coitophobia or erotophobia, genophobia is the physical or psychological fear of sexual intercourse or sexual relations. Its name is a contraction of the Greek words genos, which means offspring, and phobos, meaning fear. It's characterized by feelings of panic, terror, and dread towards sex and
things. Not even just. I feel like every time I feel like when it's the first time, everyone's nervous. Everyone knows that. Like, you're nervous, you don't know what to do. For at least most people, but this is not that. You are genuinely terrified. Like, that gotta suck, bro.
Things connected to it. Those who suffer from a more severe form of the condition can't even watch sexual scenes in romantic movies. Physical symptoms may include sweating, trembling, an increased heartbeat, and shortness of breath. For many sufferers, genophobia stems from a traumatic sexual experience in their past.
I feel like most phobias spawn from traumatic experiences in the past or abusive parents. Seriously. I feel like more people would have less phobias or less extreme versions of the phobias if people were better parents.
Such as rape or molestation. Since they relive the trauma multiple times, it can lead to a fear of sex. Genophobia can also manifest as a consequence of body image issues or performance anxiety in people sexually inexperienced or who've abstained from sex a long time. It can lead to avoidance of relationships, depression, or feelings of love.
Niggas just don't know how to beat the cheeks.
Yeah, sure.
Bro, I'm seeing this now. Like, calm down.
Of loneliness. Number 4, hypnophobia.
The here hypnosis, the phobia.
Getting enough sleep is essential not only for maintaining a level of functionality, but also for a
I don't like this music,
basic
bro.
survival. Hypnophobia, also known as the fear of sleep, is undoubtedly one of the worst phobias to have. People that suffer from it are basically trapped between the negative, physical and psychological effects of not sleeping and the overwhelming fear that takes hold of them whenever they try to go to sleep. Number 3.
So no explanation? Like, you just don't get to sleep? That's kind of fucked up. Like, niggas can't sleep? You can't. Because now, if you hate to go to sleep, I feel like, do you think that phobia could be, like, traumatic experience during, like, childhood related to, like, the nighttime on some shit or sleepy time? Because I feel like you just always got to check your house before you go to bed. Like, make sure all the doors are locked, make sure all the garage is closed, make sure everything is, you know what I'm saying, nice and sweet. Just make sure you do that before you go to bed.
Phobophobia. This one might be a bit harder to grasp. Phobophobia can be roughly defined as the fear of fear itself. It's the fear of developing a phobia and of the internal sensations associated with said phobia. It's particularly dangerous because when people do encounter the feared phobia, it often amplifies its effects. It may be regarded as a linking point between the sufferer's constant anxiety and the specific phobia that they fear developing. From
So
this
if a nigga had like a fear of a phobia, like an anxiety of like being arrested, and that nigga would like walk down, he saw a police officer, would that nigga just have like a panic attack or something? Is that what happened to that nigga?
perspective, phobophobia isn't necessarily the root of all phobias, but rather an important factor in maintaining them. Number 2, panophobia.
What's that?
Often described as the fear of everything, panophobia is a vague but persistent state of fear towards some unknown evil. Theodore Armand Ribot coined the term in 1911 and explained it as a state in which anxiety isn't focused on an object in particular, but instead latches onto something for a period of time before passing on to the next. This free-floating anxiety that never subsides may also be a symptom of borderline personality disorder or delusional disorder. A comparable state to that given by panophobia is paranoia, in which the sufferer
you just superstitious. You paranoid.
fears unknown threats that could come from anywhere and anyone. Number 1, trypophobia.
Oh, I know what that is.
Although not officially recognized as a mental disorder, trypophobia falls under the broad spectrum of specific phobias. It's defined as the fear of irregular patterns or clusters of small holes or bumps. Not much is known about this condition, but the general theory is that trypophobic shapes are subconsciously associated with danger or disease. These associations may be rooted in the way the patterns resemble holes made by insects or holes in
what the fuck? Oh, I don't want to
diseased tissue and wounds, like those caused in animals by certain worm species. The reaction can be of fear as well as disgust, although the latter has been found to be more common. When they see these shapes, trypophobic people may feel their skin crawl and experience nausea, palpitations, body shakes, or
this shit is fucking nasty as fuck. Like who made this shit? Like this isn't bad, but who the fuck made this? Like who made this nasty shit, bro?
Panic attacks.
Who edited that? Thanks for that, bro. Thanks for that, bro. I really wanted to see all those holes, but before I wanted to go to bed. Thank you. Thanks, bro. Really. Let's read the comments, cause I didn't add much to the video, cause there's nothing much to add. I got pediophobia, a fear of all them things is creepy. They smell or watching you. Also from nectophobia, which is a fear, an immense fear of the dark. Not knowing who or what happens in the darkness, as I am alone or sleeping alone in the dark terrifies me. Which are because I also do not like a lot of sunlight. I'm a night owl, more active at night. So having a fear of the night and being a night owl has to fucking suck. Like you do best at the night and yet you hate it. Sleeping at night. So sometimes sleeping at night is impossible. As long as I'm fine. I love the night, but I hate darkness. Let's look at the reply. You said, "Oh yeah, let's see what's right. Let's make myself suffer." I mean, he does warn you before. I mean, he does warn you what it is at the end. He always warns you, nigga. Like, he gets a little cute drawing before he shows all the nasty shit. So it is what it is. You can't complain if you make yourself suffer. The fuck? Honestly, I think having a fear of time going by fast, start freaking out stuff. I have the noise one. I have fear of holes. Seven deadly diseases making a comeback. Let's watch this. I'm gonna make myself suffer again. Why not, bro? Why not? This seems like a great idea. I'm totally not gonna regret this at all. What the fuck?
At Reliant Air Conditioning, we provide comfort to homeowners who don't want to be taken advantage of. Always ask your AC company if they pay.
bright as fuck. I don't want to see it. All right, tee up.
Number 5. Michelle Barnes. On New Year's Eve 2007, Michelle Barnes was traveling from Uganda to her home in Colorado after having spent an adventure holiday in Africa. Before she got home, Michelle had already developed a rash, nausea, and a headache. Nevertheless, she spent the next few days in Colorado with her family, friends, and in public places. Unbeknownst to her, Barnes was carrying a contagious virus with a death rate of 25 to 90%. Her symptoms worsened as her body was...
90%, you know, that's kind of a massive range from a quarter of death to almost a guaranteed death.
Slowly shutting down, and she began to suffer from multi-system organ failure. Barnes collapsed during a visit to her doctor and was rushed to the emergency room. For the following 12 days, over 200 healthcare professionals treated her with antibiotics and fluids.
200?
Barnes started to recover, but no one knew what she'd suffered from. Then, about a year later, Barnes read about a Dutch woman who died of Marburg virus disease after visiting the same cave in Uganda where she'd been. Barnes' delayed diagnosis confirmed her suspicions that she'd battled and survived the disease. Even though she was the first person to bring the virus to the US, no other infections were confirmed. The same was true for the woman who'd taken the disease to the Netherlands. Up next, we go over the discovery of the Marburg virus and the first outbreak associated with it. But first, let's learn more about this deadly viral agent. Today's video was requested by Best Professor. If you have any other topics you'd like to learn about, subscribe and let us know in the comments section below. The Marburg virus, or MARV, belongs to the Filoviridae virus family, of which Ebola is also a member. It measures about 80 nanometers in width, but has a variable length. When seen under a microscope, it can be coiled or branched and may appear in the shape of a U, a 6, or that of a shepherd's crook. Like others in its family, the Marburg virus causes a potentially deadly hemorrhagic fever called Marburg virus disease. Humans and non-human primates that succumb to it will have typically suffered multiple organ failure. The Marburg virus is considered to be extremely dangerous and requires the highest level of precaution both in a laboratory setting and in case of a potential outbreak. It has been described as the world's deadliest virus and even researched as a chemical weapon. Number 4. Discovery and naming. In 1967, a number of people in Belgrade, Yugoslavia, as well as in the German towns of Frankfurt and Marburg, became violently ill. There were 31 cases of viral infection, which resulted in 7 deaths. No one knew the source of the illness until it was traced back to infected African green monkeys. They'd been brought from Uganda to a company in Marburg called Bering.
So monkeys cause diseases?
The company had been founded by Emil von Behring, who was the first person to be awarded the Nobel Prize in Medicine. Beringworks staff members were the first to contract the disease. They got infected after working with tissue samples from the infected monkeys without wearing proper protective equipment. Secondary infections involved a nurse, doctors, a post-mortem attendant, and a veterinarian's wife. They'd all had direct contact with the fluids.
Take a shit, bro. Come on, bro. Fuck.
Only blood of a primary case. The virus and disease were subsequently named after the town where they were first discovered.
Oh my God.
Our next listing takes a look at the deadliest outbreak in recent history, but first, let's see where on the map is the virus most prevalent. Even though it carries the name of a German town, MARV is actually endemic to the arid woodlands of equatorial Africa. It's been reported in Uganda, Angola, Kenya, South Africa, and the Democratic Republic of the Congo. Although not endemic, it was also found in the Soviet Union, but we'll get to that later on. Most of the infections that have occurred were associated with people working in mines or visiting natural caves. Old world fruit bats seem to play a major role in the transmission and natural maintenance of the virus. Only in the original 1967 outbreak have other animals been linked to MARV. It's still unclear whether bats are the hosts of the virus or if they serve as intermediates after being infected by other animals. Number 3, Angola outbreak. So far, the deadliest Marburg virus outbreak on
I'm
record.
pretty sure the first one was the cave in Uganda, second one was chimps in Uganda, and the fourth one and the third was in Angola. Are all of these just from Africa?
Took place in Angola from 2004 to 2005. Out of the 252 people who contracted Marburg virus disease, 227 lost their lives. There was a combination of logistical and social factors which contributed to the elevated fatality rate. One was a shortage of medical professions. At the time of the outbreak, Angola had a population of roughly 19 million people, but only about 1,200 doctors.
19 million per 12 doctors. Okay. That is bad. I'm farting a lot.
Situations in which entire provinces had as few as 2. The country's roads and other aspects of infrastructure were left in shambles after decades of civil war. There was also a massive shortage of personal protective equipment for healthcare workers. When a Doctors Without Borders team arrived at a hospital, which was at the center of the outbreak, they found that it operated without water and electricity. Because of the disease's association with death, local...
Bro, I need to take a doo-doo. I gotta take a poo-poo. I gotta take a poo-poo. This is bad, guys. a shit, bro. I gotta use the restroom. Bro. Bro, I literally just took like I literally just had to use. I literally blew up.
Treated healthcare workers with hostility and refused getting treatment. Coming up, we're going to take a look at how Marburg virus disease can kill you, and later on, we'll learn how one government tried to weaponize it.
Official They Will Kill You merchandise is now available at theywillkillyou.com. Some of it is to die for.
As MARV, or its lesser-known relative to the Raven virus, or RAV, enter the body, they cause Marburg virus disease, also known as Marburg hemorrhagin fever. The incubation period is on average between 5 to 9 days. First symptoms include a high fever, a severe headache, rashes, vomiting, diarrhea, and abdominal pain. Within a few days, the disease progresses to include shortness of breath, edema, encephalitis, and conjunctivitis. The combination of symptoms may cause sufferers to become confused, delirious, and aggressive. After the onset of bleeding symptoms, the sufferer will either recover or die. Blood may leak from the gums, nose, or appear in the form of ecchymosis, a subcutaneous bleeding spot similar to bruises. The sufferer may experience bloody stools or vomiting blood. A state of convalescence follows as multiple organs begin to shut down. Death, on average, occurs within 2 weeks after the onset of the first symptoms. Even if it doesn't kill a patient initially, MARV is known to persist in the body and may reactivate or be transmitted through sperm and even breast milk or amniotic fluid. Number 2. Research as a biological weapon. We've previously mentioned that Marburg virus disease has also been detected in the Soviet Union. It didn't occur naturally, however, as it was part of a biological weapons research program.
Why?
At least 3 separate institutions were researching warfare applications of the deadly virus during the Cold War. There was also one accident at a facility in Kosovo in 1988, which resulted in the death of a researcher named Nikolai Ustinov. The research was highly classified, so it's still unclear how far the Soviets got towards a weaponized version of the virus. According to biological warfare expert and Soviet Union defector Ken Alibek, the progress was indeed substantial. He claimed that a MARV-containing weapon was tested at a base in the Kazakh Soviet Socialist Republic on the territory of present-day Kazakhstan. Before we move on to the country with the most MARV outbreaks, let's see what can be done to survive Marburg virus disease. As of the making of this video, there is
I can survive this?
no cure or proper vaccine available for Marburg virus disease. An early diagnosis is the best chance of survival if you're infected. Immediate supportive treatment includes antibiotics to combat secondary infections and balancing fluids to prevent dehydration. It's also important to maintain oxygen levels and control blood coagulation. In the first stage of the disease, drugs should be administered to prevent the formation of blood clots. Later in the infection, procoagulants should be administered to control excessive bleeding. Since the disease has a high fatality rate, prevention is the best course of action. This means avoiding the places where the virus exists in nature, as well as avoiding skin-to-skin contact with people you believe may be infected. MARV doesn't get transmitted by aerosol during MVD outbreaks. Its primary means of transmission among humans is through excretions, bodily fluids, and possibly contaminated materials and utensils. The virus requires biosafety level 4 equivalent containment, the highest safety level available. Those working with viral samples in a laboratory setting should receive proper training in multi-layered safety protocols. Number 1. 2017 outbreak in Uganda. Uganda seems to be ground zero for the Marburg virus as the country with the most recorded outbreaks.
Yeah.
Nearly every instance
every single instance of this video has been related to Uganda, my
of
nigga.
MVD traveling across intercontinental lines has been traced back to the African country. 5 separate outbreaks from 2007 to 2017 have involved roughly 24 cases of human infection and 14 confirmed deaths. Hundreds of individuals were under surveillance for the virus through contact tracing. In the most recent outbreaks, the index case, meaning the first person known to have contracted the disease, was a game hunter. The man lived near the mountain caves where the bats harboring Marburg viruses dwelled. He transmitted the disease to another family member, and she died as well. They were, however, the only 2 confirmed fatalities in the 2017 outbreak. In recent years, the Ugandan Ministry of Health has collaborated with international organizations like UNICEF, the World Health Organization, and Doctors Without Borders to improve the way the country deals with viral outbreaks. Thanks for watching. Be sure to click on one of the links on your screen.
Oh God, bro, I was eating some chicken, my nigga. I don't feel so good now, bro. I have a boner. That's not very good. Ah. Fear the cold. You know what I'm saying? I think I might just go end the stream, but it's already like an hour. I'm gonna just, yeah, let's just end the stream real quick. Oh fuck. I clicked the wrong button. God damn it, I gotta do this shit again, my nigga. Like, do this. Stop. Bro, turn this off, bro, please. I don't wanna. Bro, I don't want to see this. Make it, get out of here, bro. I always be clicking on the news and shit. It's annoying, bro. Get out. Alright, that was embarrassing, but you know what I'm saying? LTO forever. Have a safe day. Have a great day. Be safe. Oh my fuck. Messed up my fucking. I'm out. God damn it.